good bugs? It's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is blessed and doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning sub, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. And if you've been with me for a while, hey, drop a line. I would love, get in touch with a sister. I would love to be able to hear from you again. And what else? Much love to you. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. If I didn't say that, hey, double time, triple time, whatever. And sending so much love. Whatever you're needing to get through your seconds, your days, your hours, your minutes, your day, whatever. Just to uplift you, I'm sending that towards you. Whatever vibes that you're needing, hey, I'm sending that towards your way. And if you feel like the videos just really give you a good vibe, or good coats there, the goods there, whatever, give a thumbs up and share and subscribe. It'll greatly be appreciated. And anybody with nefarious vibe, low vibrations, you're trying to do something to try to block, destroy, distract, whatever, I'm sending love and blessings your way. And that's all I'm saying towards that. But the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101. Oh yes. It's like, as we choose to be in the world but not of it. Y'all know, especially all my newbies, thank you. I've been getting so many new subscribers. Y'all been really lifting up on the views, and it's greatly appreciated. Y'all been telling me, I've been going through this, I'm going through that. It'll be different times where people just really get uncomfortable around you. We just got these very complex vibrations about us. It'll be different times where you can really be positive, and it'll be somebody who'll just really come in with some nefarious vibes, or saying, oh, you're doing this and this and this and that, and you actually coming in to be genuine, and they may be used to people that's coming in like low vibrational, and you coming in, you know how they could be different type of people. Even we have done, I've been the criminal and the culprit of that. Is different too. Like, man, I would love for some people to come in and just really be in a positive vibe. There'll be different times where people are like, oh, Roslynn, tell me your story with the backstory about it, and next thing you know, folks start flipping out, or be taking it personal, or you be doing some low vibrational nefarious stuff, or getting into that ego, and I'm just like, ugh. And it'll be different people are like, oh my God, I know your backstory and it's so interesting. Please, I want to know. And I'll be just like, I've been on this vibe before. What do you want? Be one of those different things. Or you can just be one of those different people where people just come like, you're a moth to a flame. It'll be coming into it, and you really feel like, I'm just not... you aren't supposed to be of this world. You're creating a whole new one. So that's the reason why things don't go the way it goes for other people that it goes for you. You could be at a job, and people will come and create drama for you. Or there'll be different people that just come in and tell your stories. It's like, Roz, I just got people just don't even know me and come back and tell me that, because you were that blessing. There with that vibe where your universal vibrations, your universal enforcements be like, you know what, go talk to that person. Could be in your mind like, people just don't appreciate me or take me for granted, and next thing you know, somebody come up and tell you their story, and you looking like, dude, I don't even know you. I don't even know you. Why are you telling me your situation? I don't even know you. But this is that thing where you may be questioning your worth, whether or not we admit it or not. There'll be different times where it'll be just people that we really love and really care for, and they do whatever. And I mean, even when we take it personal, don't take it personal. It has nothing to do with you. Even if they project it on you, it has nothing to do with you. It's something, whatever they're dealing with, You probably ain't the only person they doing that to. But you in this vibration where you're learning from your ups, you're learning from your downs, you're learning from your setbacks, you're learning from your comebacks, you're learning from your down lows and your too slows to your up high, and you thriving. You know, you're going through all these different things and changes in life. And for us to create change, we have to go through major change of ourselves. Because there will be some people in this world that can really feel like, I can go through the worst thing and nothing good can come out of it. And you're this person that is going through the worst of the worst of the worst. And this is that you are allowing yourself to say, I'm not going to allow what I have gone through to really allow me to be that statistic of where I think negative, I talk negative, I project negative or whatever. Or I might think I'm all that and this and this and that. And you're that person that is like, the only time I'm going to be looking down at somebody is to bring them up with me. You know, and that's how I am, you know, regardless of what my life is, who I'm related to, or what my story is, or what I've gotten here. I allow myself to be humble. Everything, I've had good times, I've had bad times. I've been there for people that stabbed me in my back. I've been there. There's been people there for me and I stabbed them in their back. Nobody's perfect, you know, and we go through those different things where being transparent, we have our good moments. There'll be different times that we have hurt people. You know, you'd be like, we can really be talking about, oh, you know, this and that, this person did this to me. But then there'll be different times. Has there been a time that you have made a direction over because you were mad at somebody else and you took it out at somebody else because they were there? Or you were in a funk and you just projected out and you weren't even using mindfulness or discernment and you just blah, you know, you just use that, you know, negative vomit, you know, and it's just like, you know, that's just not good coming in. So it'll be just those different times that you are really creating something in this world that they have not yet seen. And if they have, you know, there'll be a lot of times, you know, things will just run from you because you got that vibration where everybody's going to take it personally. There's something about you, I don't know what it is, and that mess is weird. You know, it'll be different times. I've been at jobs where I could be minding my own daggone business, and next, you know, I'm brought into the drama. I'm like, why? Because my mom even asked, girl, what are you doing? And I'm like, Mom, I'm not doing anything. And it's like, why every time you get another job, there's always something happening? Didn't realize it was because I was a daggone Heyoka. You know, or it'll be just fact is I say things that other people just think, and I'm more transparent about it. Or there'll be different times. I mean, I've been violently blunt, you know, and I'm like, damn, you know, even my daughter's like, Mom, she's like, you say everything that's on your mind. Yep, that's not always a good idea. I'm like, why? You know, and I had to learn because it's just like when you're not beating around the bush, you're not pussyfooting around, you know, it'll be those different things. But then it's just like I had to learn where there are certain thoughts you may need to keep it to yourself. It may not come out right and you need to do that. And so it's like through my moments of change and huge spiritual transition, I had to be able to do that. Be mindful. There's a lot of times that you don't need to allow something to be brought to the attention, because sometimes something will be just pushed out there, you know, and it'll be something like, okay, I'm going to see how they're going to respond to that or react. And there, you know, some vibrations be hoping that you react to it. And it'll be at those times where I used to react. You know, I really did. But then it came to that point where let me respond. And what's your response? Okay, I'm waiting for your response. That was my response. It was a mental note, mental file, spiritual file. I don't need to have to be able to allow myself to respond to everything that's seen, because there's a lot of times it's purposely put out there just to see how I'm going to respond to those different things. You know, people and energies are very curious about you, especially when you go through a change. There's a lot of people that are going to appreciate that change you went through. It's like, I don't know what you went through, like sis or bro or broham, fam, tribe, what's going on with you? You know, it's like, I don't know, what do you mean? I've been, you know, going through some stuff or whatever, and it's like you really are going through that change, especially if you that person that the body language, but you know, I'm at that point right now where words don't mean nothing to me. The actions and the energies along with all that has to be able to connect. and just see if it is just your words are here, but your vibes are here, and your actions is just really just all over the place. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's just not gonna be nothing I can mess with. Or it'll be different person that's just really trying to fill you out. Just like I'm a spiritual minded person, and I want to know, I'm a spiritual mind. I want to see you too, because there's a vibe that you got that's really like, I'm vibing with that vibe. It's really meshing well. And it's just like you're creating something that is very powerful. And I noticed that when I'm getting, I've been getting these, comments and stuff like that, connections that I get with y'all, and I really love it. And it is just like, you're more open. It'll be different people that'll hit me up on the side and just like, Roz, I really love your channel. I love your videos. I love, your podcast, or I love the different, different, what is it? Like screenshots and stuff. I forgot, posts, you make is very vibrant. It'll be certain things that you just need that confirmation for that's going through it. Just like right now, we're going through a huge change. So there'll be different times where your solar plexus is messed up. Your sleep habits are going there. Like Roslynn, you say that all the time. Yes, but it is. You're going through it. You're going through different ear ringings. You'll feel like you're more tired than usual, or you're feeling more emotional than usual. It could be positive emotions as well as sad emotions, or just you in that thing where you're frustrated. You're going through a huge change and you don't know what it is, but it's just feeling, or it's getting you anxious, or going through anxiety. And you are that person that are really meant to stand out. If you're that person where you feel like you don't change the world, you aren't that one that meant to. But if you're in that vibe where you see where change really needs to take place at, and we're really seeing it, it's just too much that's going on in this world. But you had to go through the most. You had to go through the most, where even though there's somebody who probably got a worse circumstance than you're going through this situation where, yeah, there may be somebody going through some worse stuff than me, but that's not changing how I feel about my situation. But I'm really trying to deal with it day by day. There'll be different times where we get in our own way of our process of progress. You know what I'm saying? We stand in it, because that change, it is not comfortable. It wasn't meant to be. You're going through a huge change. You be going through a major setback where you're getting things that, it just really feel like, God, this is not what I put out. And, and he'll give you to that point, and this may be your sign right here. Even though this is not what you're putting out, this is something that you needed. And a lot of times when we're looking at it, it's not a transition that we're used to. And that means you're on a different level, to where different stuff is really just like, why am I going through this? I'm going through things back to back to back to back to back. And I'm really trying to be positive about it, progressive about it, be into that vibration of where I'm being open for everything. And when you're being open, there's a lot of things that's going to come in. It's going to feel like resistance. It's going to feel like you're going through, because you're going through a major ascension right now. Everybody's going through it. Ascension, Kundalini, what's Ascension, Kundalini. You're going through Dark Night of the Soul. There's a lot of different things that's coming up, and you're going through that major change. And for you to be able to go through it, because there's certain people that really feel like nothing good can come out of your situation. You can be a narcissist and really feel like, I can't come out my change. But there's a lot of times, narcissists don't like being told about themselves. But there's a lot of narcissists that say, hey, I was a narcissist and I go through therapy. I forgot the guy that's on here where I done seen a couple of narcissist type channels and stuff on here, and they're saying, hey, I was a narcissist for years and did not know that was what it was. I had abandonment issues, I had mommy issues, I had daddy issues, neglect, going through different things. I'm going through a shift where I got bipolar disorder, or different things like that, or narcissistic personality disorder, sociopath, psychopaths. You're seeing through these different transitions, that stuff that's going on in the world. And it'll be just like, man, it's a mad world, going through the stuff in Iowa. And then you got these people, that went into the pew pew, situation a few days ago. It'll be just different things, especially when I watch crime TikTok, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, and the Madeleine McCann thing and the Serbian lady. If I promise you, if I hear anything about this damn Serbian lady one more time, and I hope and pray that they find something about Madeleine McCann, because that one's becoming an issue for me too. But I'm just praying something good will come out of this situation. But you're seeing it, and it's just like now you're seeing more where it's getting unveiled. You're seeing different things where, what is it, the blue beam and stuff like that. You're seeing different things like that. The people with they're here, but they're not here. They're, whatever they call themselves. They're like the alien type people, whatever. I was like, they've been here. People like, you believe in those, you one of those type folks. I believe that I'm not the only species here. Just because you may not want to adapt to it, or you sleep to it, you narcoleptic to reality, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm just saying, I see different things, and people, that's not woke, be looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm just more transparent about it. I mean, there's people I passed where I seen their face shift, and I'm like, whoa, what is that? Anybody who ever seen Devil's Advocate or stuff like that, I've seen that. V to the Final Battle, I done seen different stuff like that. I'm like, it is what it is. You can think somebody crazy, or you can just be open to it like Roslynn. I'm glad you're not the only. I'm glad I ain't the only one who pay attention to that. You're becoming more aware. Because there'll be different times where I used to be in the club, used to smoke all the time, used to smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, drink, doing stuff like that. Now it's just like, I can see now I was self-medicating. There would be different things that I was in denial to my own needs of change. I can be able to say that. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I tell people, if you had a different thing where, your past is not good, and then you're ashamed of it. I always tell people, don't be ashamed of the different things you've done. If you become a better person because of those different things, be proud of where it been to, because there's a lot of time people will feel like, oh, they got that, external validation where, oh, I don't want people to know I was this, or I don't want people to know I was that because of that. I said, there is nobody on this earth that they didn't go sideways on something. You know what I'm saying? It's just like some people are more transparent about it, or there's more people that may be wanting attention for that, or teaching and seeking, or they could be those people that they want to act like they're praying purpose, the Stepford Wives, the keeping up with the Joneses, whatever. And me, I use my situations. You've been with me for a while. You've heard me say, hey, I wrote bad checks. I've been in jail a couple of times. I say pure shoplifted. I used to be, addicted to opiates. I used to be a dancer back in the day, but it would be these different things where it's not something I'm proud of, but it's not something I'm going to allow myself to shadow because I'm worried about other people's judgment. No. Because these are the things that created me to become better, because I've been around people in my family where why would you do stuff like that? I'm like, at that time it felt like it was right, or whatever, but that's not how I am. That is how I used to be. But there are certain people that are still in that vibe of how you used to be. And if that's where they want to stay at, and they want to still have that vibration of you, allow them to be there exactly where your past is, where you are in your past. You can be on that new flex where you hear people talk about the old you, when you sit up here creating a new you with you. You are this person that you are in this world. You're not of it. Okay, you're creating a whole new vibration to where I'm blessed that there is somebody out here that is not a carbon copy of what people think this is how we need to be living. Or we feel like we can't do this because of how much money we got in our bank, or lack of, or where we live in, in our neighborhood, or what background we have, sexual preference we choose, or whatever. You're creating what you're creating. Your situation is because of where your situation is. And it's creating something to become better, but you're being placed in a situation like that because there's so many people that feel like you cannot upgrade from that situation. And that's the reason why you went through it in the first place, just to be able to show God and universe made you of that example to create a brand new sample. Okay, it's like, look, this is how my life was. I used to be in the backwoods, or, I used to do this, or, I used to prostitute, I used to do that, or whatever. And now I'm a type of person where I love myself. I've gotten to that point where I manifested my own income and things like that. I didn't allow myself to use my body to do different things. I allowed to use my mind. And this is not saying I'm looking down on the people that have done that or still doing that, but I'm just telling you, this is where I was and this is where I am now. And I'm very open about that, not because I feel like I need that attention, but just showing you I'm not worried about your judgment. I validate myself. What you see of me and what you think of me is none of my business. It's how I see myself. And that's the reason why you are that person that stuck out as long as you have. That's the reason why you are that person that everybody came to for an issue. They created an issue around you because there was something so magnetic about you. Whether it was something good or bad, you still had something magnetic about you. And a lot of times it was just like, oh my God, am I being this way? And it's just like, it's a catch-22 double-edged sword, whatever you want to call it. There'll be sometimes when you are in that vibration where, you've been on that person. I'm not talking to that person because they talk too much, their vibration, they're toxic or whatever. And that could be something that you hold as well, that you had to see it from the outside saying, okay, this is how that person is, this is who you are. Or you could be that person that person needed at that time because they feeling this is how they need to live in life to be able to get through things, is through their toxic habits or their toxic behaviors or choices or whatever. You were that person they needed. You were that blessing at that time, and they were your lesson as well as you were, whatever. Because everybody is like, we're student and teachers, towards the different vibrations that we're going through, getting towards that next level. So it's just like, if you're going through something very intense right now, because that lesson, that experience you're going through is not going to just hit you in that way. It's going to hit other people you're coming encounters with. Because a lot of times, I had to go through my different stuff, and I'm like, why did I have to go through something like this? I would never wish this on nobody. I know I did some stuff, and I thought I got away with some stuff, and that mess came back to me. God knows, just because you didn't get caught don't mean that you ain't gonna have to go through it, and you just gonna know, oh, remember when you did this and this and this and that? Okay, well, I'm clearing you for that. But I'm putting this I'm putting this thought in your head, or images in your head. This is what you're going to be in the future. You may not know how you're going to get there, but you're going to go through it to get to it. And you're knowing that you are creating a whole new world through the vibration, an intense, massive vibration of change. You're going through an intense transition right now. You may not even know. And it's just that time you got to trust in your inner power. You got to trust in the God. You got to trust into your spiritual enforcements. Whoever you pray to, even if if you don't believe in any higher power. But it's like, trust into yourself that is leading you somewhere. Because it's like, I've always been the type of person where, I was Baptist and was raised like that and went through it. And it was just like, I've gone to church, and then I've seen how the ugliness in people that actually go to church. And I'm just like, oh my God, you're a Christian. And it'll be those ones that, I'm not saying all Christians is like that, but it was like, I was more spiritual. Because it's just like, to me, I feel like God feels, to me, and this is my opinion, IMO, where when you pick a certain religion or a certain belief, it cuts you off from everything, because we're all connected to everything. And God is not in a single belief. There's people that believe in Allah, or they believe in God, or they believe in Jesus, or, whatever, so forth and so forth. But we're all attached to everything. We all connected to everything, whether you want to believe it or not. We all are. And that's how I feel. That's why I'm like, I can preach all day, but I'll tell people I'm not a religious person, but I'm heavy on my spiritual. If you've been with me for a while, you heard me say that repetitively, and I really am. And it's just for me going through my eyes of knowing what I experienced and knowing where I'm trying to be, but being able to allow myself to use my experience to allow other people to see their experiences as well. We're all going through different things in life, and maybe we don't understand where it's leading us to, or we felt like we did, and then all of a sudden it took a major, downfall. But that downfall could be be a major upgrading, you're just not seeing it is that yet. But you know, you like I said, you're in this world, but you're not of it, and you're creating a new world order. Let me not say that. A new way of living. Let me put it that way. I don't want to say new world order, but you're putting in a new way of living. So I hope you were able to resonate with that. I would love to give a post notification shout out. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it, and your beautiful comments you've been dropping, as well as your emails, as well as your DMs. I'm greatly appreciating of it. Aries Knob, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Quab, I apologize if I messed it up. Still Wet Intuitive Art, much love to you as well. And Yvonne Estrada 555, much love to you. And Lucid and Darian Krause, my brother from another mother, much love to you. And Elsie DeReal, much love to you. Welcome to the fam as well. So if you have been out, if you've been watching my videos, please drop a line. I would love a chance to get your insight on it. Drop a line. It would be greatly appreciated. Whenever you get this, I hope you have a safe, prosperous week. Please be safe and responsible. You know, I still don't know when I'm gonna drop this, but like I said, I've been gone for like 2 weeks. My birthday was like 2 weeks ago, so it's just I've been stepped back. You know, if you've been sending me emails and stuff like that, please don't think I've been ignoring you or whatever. I just been taking time to myself. I don't let people know, hey, I'm going time for self-care. I don't have to learn the hard way. Don't do that. Just step back. When you step back, come back. When you come back, you know, if you've been with me for a while, you know I do that for a while. If I know I'm going to be gone for a long period of time, I try to be able to let my people know, hey, I'll be gone for a while. I may not put it out on a post, and there's a reason for that, but it'll be the people that I really tied close to and like, hey, I'm really stepping back for a minute, and I hope you understand. So please don't take it personal, you know, whatever. But like I said, whenever this comes out, if it's the weekend, please be safe and responsible wherever you're needing to give you that vibe, you know, of carrying you on along your purpose. Whether if you have to take a pause for the cause, or you got to step back, just prepare you for a major comeback. Just do not give up on yourself. Do not quit. You are so close to wherever you're trying to get to. You know, you just may not feel it. And usually a lot of times it's not meant for us to feel it, but it's just to be able to go day by day with that, being able to know you're getting closer to something that you have not yet discovered or even acknowledged that. So I hope you have a blessed, prosperous week. Sending so much love, abundance, blessing towards your way. Even through social distancing, make sure you give out much love, light, positivity, up vibe, whatever, towards other people, whether it's through, you know, words, you know, posts, or even vibes. It really takes people a long way, and just because you're doing it for, you know, beautiful reasons, it's going to take you even further. Just, I don't know what else I'm going to say. But, you know, thank y'all so much. I really love y'all so much for all the love and support you have been sending out to me. The one-on-ones y'all been hitting me up on is truly appreciating. You know, I'm just loving the fact that I'm adding, you're adding yourself more to our tribe of Heyokas, Lakotas, you know, all of our Native American titles. Is just very beautiful to me. And, you know, I really love that. So thank you so much for the love and support, and as well as the views. It's really, truly appreciated. So much love. Shalom. Namaste. God bless. I love you. And you'll see me on my next video. Much love. Peace.